Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Crafty Saturday. Boy, this is my second Facebook Live this week, and I'm really excited to be here with you this morning. If you listen carefully, you can probably hear the birds singing. I have the windows open up in my studio because it is an absolutely gorgeous spring morning. So let me know if you are, what kind of weather are you having today out in your neck of the woods? I know it's early for some of you. Some of you haven't even been outside to see the weather yet, but I just got in from taking the dogs for a walk. So hopefully they will be cooperative and not be disturbing us this morning. Let's see how that goes, huh? Good morning, Anne. It's good to see you this morning. I'm so happy you could join us. I know it was cold up in your area yesterday, and I see that some of our friends in Chicago are even expecting snow, so that seems a little bit crazy. Although it did snow on my senior prom, which was in May, so I know how that feels. Today, we're going to talk about some new stuff. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. Today is the last Saturday of the month, so that means it is club day. So I'm getting ready to have club this morning, and we're just going to look at a few quick things that I got in my box from on stage. I promised myself that I would not open it until I got everything off, all of my retiring product off my shelves. And so I finally did that just last night, and I know I'm a little behind, but that's okay. Good morning, Gordy. It's good to see you. I saw the cutest Van Gogh thing for you today. I'll see if I can find it. It was very adorable. Anyways, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what was in my box. I'm not going to show you everything this morning because I don't have time. I have someone brand new coming to club, so I want to make sure that it looks absolutely perfect. I'll send pictures later. I'm going to move that out of the way. The first thing I want to talk about are our new in colors. So these are the 2019, can I really say 2021? My goodness, how did it get so late? It looks like I need to adjust my camera a little bit. Will you tell me if I need to move up or down? Let me know, okay? So these are our new colors. This is Pretty Peacock. And then we have Terracotta Tile, Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, and finally Purple Posy. These are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous colors. And I love how soft they are. They really do have a very soft feel. And I've heard some people say that this one is very close to Tranquil Tide and that this one is close to Calypso Coral. And you know what? They are, but they aren't. And I'll be talking a little bit more about that as we get a little closer to this. So I did get all of the new ink pads. So again, Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, Terracotta Tile, Seaside Spray, and Rococo Rose. And they fit absolutely beautifully in my new storage by Stampin' Up. Now, if you are a Stampin' Bee team member, we will be making cards, 5 colors, at our next team meeting on May 4th. So you'll want to be there. Don't miss that meeting. You're going to have samples in all the new in colors. All right, let's take a look at some of the new stamp sets that I got. This one is called Verdant Garden, and it has some designer series paper to go along with that. Anyways, this is in a photopolymer set, and I'm going to love it because this is going to make the most beautiful backgrounds, okay? And you know what? I'm already seeing some tile mosaics coming out of that. I'm centered, but just a tiny bit high. Okay, wonderful. Thanks, Anne, for the information. I'm going to scoot down a little bit. Whoops. And drop everything on the floor. Okay, hopefully that will work. So Verdant Garden, this one, you're going to look at it in the catalog, and I'm going to have to show you how this works, because if you're not, you know, I even need to look at and play with this one, but it's very pretty. And the paper that goes with it, you're going to love. This one I couldn't resist. This one is called A Good Man, and it's going to be wonderful. You know, it has this pretty line art that we've been using for the last year or two. The blends and watercolor pencils are going to be just perfect on this. And I absolutely cannot wait to make my dad a Father's Day card using this set. But don't tell him I said that. I hope he's not watching. Okay. Free as a Bird is absolutely, you know, Petal Palette was one of my favorite stamp sets of all time, and it retired this year. I am so happy that Free as a Bird is coming out for us. This is reminiscent of kind of a combination of the latest bird stamps, but these birds sitting on the branch and these beautiful blossoms, absolutely gorgeous. And I love that this is all about friendship, so that's a very nice one. This stamp set right here, I do believe that this is going to be my choice for club in July. And why would I pick this? Well, because I'm going to Greece, and so I thought sailing home would be absolutely perfect to commemorate, my trip. Especially this one, Set Sail in the Direction of Your Dreams. Absolutely, can't agree with that more. All right, I have a 2-set stamp. Look at this one. If you like to color, and if you like to color with the blends or watercolor pencils, and you know we have a new set of watercolor pencils coming out, very excited. This Good Morning Magnolia is stunning, okay? It is absolutely beautiful, and it has hello and thanks and thinking of you. I've seen some of these already on Pinterest. People are doing absolutely gorgeous things with this stamp set, and there is coordinating paper that's going to go with it. Love it. All right. Speaking of best birds, look at this tin. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love these tins. Stampin' Up! Is doing so many great things. But it's not just a tin. When you open it up, prepare to be surprised. Remember that delicate, detailed lace paper from last year? I fought with it. Once I got it out of the box, I seem to have gotten it all stuck, right? It was beautiful, but it was too delicate. This is perfect for me. Look at these card bases. So it's a full card, right? And we're going to slip some designer series paper behind here. Make it absolutely stunningly gorgeous, okay? But this makes it so much easier. I don't have to worry about cutting it. I don't have to worry about cutting it straight. And I don't have to worry about it getting all tangled up in my shelves. So this is beautiful. And then look, they're coordinating envelopes. And look at this scalloped edge. Oh my goodness. Can't you just see making a designer series paper back to match the inside of this card? I'm telling you, that will be beautiful. And that may be something, a club or something. We need to use that. Now, we also have some Memories and More cards and envelopes. Now, I didn't open these yet because I need to find a place to store them, and I wanted them to stick all together. But these are... Oh, no, these aren't Memory and More. These are Magnolia Lane Memories and More cards and envelopes. All right, so Should we open them? All right. You know I can't resist. It's paper. It was gonna be good, you guys. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Linda. It's good to see you guys. So glad you're here with me. All right. Let's see what we've got. So these are beautiful envelopes. Can you see they're silver embossed? Very delicate detailed along there. Okay? And then that embossing goes all the way to the back. So that is just going to be wouldn't you love to get that in the mail? I know I would. Okay, then we have some card bases. And this too has some silver embossing on it. So that will be lots of fun because it's already, we can put something right in there, some Magnolia Lane paper. Okay, so we've got tons of those. And then we have something here. You guys, oh, they think of everything. Look at these. These are envelope liners. So we have these really pretty envelopes with the silver embossing. And look, it's already pre-cut. That's going to slip right inside. How wonderful is that? That's just gorgeous. And they are sticky. They will be sticky once you use a sponge or something to dampen that. So pretty. Oh, I'm really excited. I didn't realize there were liners in that. See, I learn something new every time I craft with you. All right, I'm going to knock over all my stamp sets. Sorry, hold on. All right, so I showed you the tin. And here is some paper. Now, I'm going to do a whole series on paper, but for now, can I just show you? This is the Garden Lane Designer Series paper, okay? Remember that verdant garden that I showed you? Look at, we've got the mosaic tile with the garden in it. So these are all in shades of green, I believe. Very pretty. Magnolia Lane. Look at the detail. The soft pink, this powder pink, and the white that's just gorgeous. Okay, and this is very pretty. Now, you might be asking about the black background because we also have black background in the Follow Your Art suite. And I have a friend who works at Joann's, and she said that all of the holiday fabric has black background. So very trendy, very spot on. Stampin' Up! Is always on top of the trends. This one, whoops, was this one? Come Sail Away. I couldn't remember the name. I love the compass, right? We have to do something with Find Your True North, or You Are My True North. That is very cool. This paper, Perennial Essence, was inspired by, well, I think you know just looking at it. Look at these water lilies. Doesn't it look like Monet? It really does. All inspired by the concept artist's trip to the museum and seeing Monet. And then, of course, we have Best Birds. And you know what? I really think I just need a whole bunch of 12 by 12 frames and just frame this paper and hang it all around my studio. Wouldn't that, that would make me so happy. So if anybody knows where I can get a good buy on 12 by 12 frames, I would love it. All right, so that plus a few embellishments and some new framelits all came in my box. I'm going to talk to you in more detail once I can get all of my Designer Series paper, because we're going to have a fabulous paper share coming up. Sign-ups will be in May and the first part of June. I need to get that out to you before I leave for Greece on the 4th of July. All right, so stay tuned. Lots of crafting coming up. I can't believe I have waited 2 weeks to actually be able to craft with you, but I've been a little busy. All right, are you ready? are you ready to craft with me this morning? We are going to use our new in colors. All right, we are. So here's the card we're making. And again, we've got Seaside Spray, Pretty Peacock, Terracotta Tile, Rococo Rose, and Purple Posy. Do you notice anything about these colors? The names of these colors? There's no food this year. All right? I appreciate that because sometimes I just get hungry. All right, so there's no food names. All right, we're going to make that card. And all of the directions are going to be on my blog as usual. Okay, I have a card base. That doesn't look like the right card base. It's not. All right. You knew I had to do something incorrectly today. Okay, I'm going to trim this full sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. I'm going to trim it right at 5.5. Oops, that's a scoring tool. And there, set that aside. And then I'm going to turn it and score it at 4.25. Okay, standard cutting for a base. Take my bone folder and smooth that out. Britton, make sure your card base is from the paper on the second shelf. Yes, thank you. She's right. My second shelf of my neutral paper is thick Whisper White cardstock. You are absolutely right. I did grab the right one. All right. Now, I have a piece of Whisper White from the top shelf, which is just regular Whisper White. And I'm going to use the Daisy Delight, and I'm going to use the Thank You, and then we're going to stamp 2 daisies. And I think I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. Ink up my stamp. Give it a try. Make sure my paper's straight. I'm so glad this one is staying because I love that sentiment. All right. Now while I'm stamping, I have 2 scraps here of Whisper White paper, and I'm going to also take my daisy stamp and remember to wait a few seconds, right? You can say Michelle is great, Michelle is great, Michelle is great. It'll be okay. You won't hurt my feelings. With this one. Then I have a blender pen. If you haven't used your blender pen for a while, this is a great one to take it out and use it. So I'm just going to quickly, not worrying about it being perfect, right? I just want to pull some of that color down into those flower petals. Can you see that? And I'm leaving the tips white. Okay, just working that color quickly because I don't want my paper to pill up, right? Because I didn't use watercolor paper or shimmer paper. I just used regular cardstock. So work quickly and don't stay too long in one place. There's nothing worse than getting the perfect shading but pilled up paper. Okay, I'm going to do it again on this one. It doesn't take very long. little bit squeaky. Can you hear it? And this just makes it look very soft. Okay, give it a good wipe on your grid paper before you put it away. And using terracotta tile, I'm going to stamp the center of just one. We don't need both. Maybe we do need both because that was a little off center. Don't tell anyone. These are not the cling stamps. These are photopolymer stamps, and they're absolutely clear. Now, you won't have a problem, Britain, about ordering the wrong ones that don't stick in the new catalog, because they will be cling, okay? And I can show you how to make them stick. You know what? I'm just going to give a little quick trim so it fits in my punch. Okay, line it up. And punch. I think I need to trim that one too. That one's better. Okay. Take your bone folder and gently, and I do mean gently, because I've pulled the petals off a daisy when I wasn't being too gentle. I'm just going to curl the edges just ever so slightly. And then the same on this one. Very gentle. Not like you're curling Christmas ribbon. And I'm holding this right near the base so that I'm not pulling the petals off. Okay? Grab a glue dot. And I'm going to adhere my flowers. Isn't that pretty? Okay, come back to the thank you that you just stamped, and you can decide how you like these to go. These strips are 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. All right, and I have some snail here. Now, some of you will say, what are the measurements from the top? I'm just eyeballing it. I know that drives some of you crazy, okay? I really do, and I apologize. But I'm not that kind of crafter. I'm a, let's eyeball it and make sure it works. And usually it does. Sometimes it doesn't. But if that is not your thing, and you feel like you need to measure it and make sure that everything is absolutely even, you're more than welcome to. Sometimes I wish I was that kind of person, but then I'm glad I'm not, because that would take me twice as long. All right. We're going to layer that on a piece of basic black, which measures 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, but you don't have to write it down. It will be on my blog. Now, the blog will probably come to you in an email tomorrow. It will be out on my blog at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle later this afternoon, but I am not going to have time to get it posted before club starts. Ah, I can't pick it up. Okay. Nice and secure. I'm going to put this on that white card base that we cut. And then I'm going to see if I can get 2 glue dots this time, because I don't want it to fall off my card. 1, 2, oh, let's do 3. Perfect. And there you have a pretty peacock daisy with soft sea spray, or I'm sorry, seaside spray, pretty peacock, terracotta tile, rococo rose, and purple posy. So just showing you a little bit of what those colors look like and getting you excited about the new colors. Remember, our old colors are retiring. Tranquil Tide, Berry Burst, Fresh Fig, my favorite, Lemon Lime Twist, and Petal Pink are all retiring. I do know at last, I looked at them yesterday, they were still in stock, but I don't know how much longer. All right. If you are a Stampin' Bee team member, you will be able to order all the new in colors starting May 1st. If you are one of my customers, thank you. You can order these starting June 3rd, or you can join my Stampin' Bee team and get it on the pre-order month starting in May. So I hope you have a very crafty Saturday. I'm off to slice up some Easter bread that Gordy Van Gogh brought over yesterday. It's absolutely delicious, so it's going to be perfect for club today, and I'm going to go make some fresh coffee. So enjoy. Make sure that you check out my blog for all the measurements and more details. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you Wednesday. Remember, I'm doing Facebook Lives now twice a week, so I will see you on Wednesday morning at 7:30. Take care. Bye-bye.